this video, we're taking on Uganda's top 5 most epic meat dishes.
Look at this thing stretch open like it's doing aerobics. Oh, yeah.
I'm on a mission to see how this country's barbecue masters stack up against their neighbors in Kenya and Tanzania.
Got a little chew to it, but it's good.
And by the end of this video, we'll see how a massive whole cow head
A little bit of raw beef flying around.
transforms into one of this country's most beloved dishes. But does it actually taste good?
There are many different crevices in here.
Well, stick around and find out. But first, something we can all agree is delicious:
They did so many steps, and now we have a gigantic mountain of food.
fried chicken. Only here, fried chicken is done the Ugandan way, meaning by the time it's done, it'll look unlike any fried chicken dish you've seen before. Time to check out number 5 on our massive meat countdown.
All right, folks, we have come to our first food location, and here we're gonna be having some fried chicken. The place behind me, if you could see it on the sign, it's called Chicken Times, spelled with a Z. Very stylish. This place is very unique because inside there are a ton of chicken cooking stalls. Each stall is owned by a different person, but each place is cooking the same recipe of chicken. Let's go inside and check it out.
Welcome.
How you doing? Thank you. Hey, thank you. Look at this place. From here to here, all the way over to here. All of these are stations meant to fry and cook chicken. It's amazing. How you doing? I gotta protect my nipples around this guy. This right here, Bina Isa, right? He's our cook for today. Here is the chicken. The chicken is already fried. Today, we're gonna be ordering 4 chickens, and we're gonna see his whole cooking process. Let's get to it. Step right. Okay. Step 1 is to cut the chicken. Right here he has what looks like gardening shears, but these are actually chickening shears. Chicken by chicken, he takes them apart. He's cutting off the wings, cutting the breast in half. Next step, he puts on some salt, and then he puts on some room temperature oil and some old oil too that looks like it's from a Toyota. And then he pushes it over the fire. What's interesting is usually for the best results when frying something, you want the oil to be very hot. Here, he's putting it in room temp and then heating it up over the fire, but it is heating up quickly. So after frying for about 7 minutes, it's time to give each of these pieces of chicken a little bit of a flip. On the side, some vegetables. I think we're gonna be needing those soon. Oh, and they're gone. And they're back. It is time to remove the oil, but don't worry, this will not be wasted. It will be used for the next 25 people. This looks like a combination of onion, green pepper, and tomato. All of those going on top of the fried chicken. Then he hits it with a little bit of salt and chicken flavoring. We want our chicken to taste especially like chicken. Simba curry powder next. From here, he starts to mix it all up. Cabbage goes on top next. Now that the cabbage is cooked, the next step is to put in the chips, as they call it. And he unloads them onto our chicken tray. Wait, another bag? Double chips. 4 bags of chips. Oh, and then right here, we have our deadly weapon, the tomato sauce. And then he slides that over the fire again. This man's absolutely reckless. I'm not even sure he's following a recipe at this point. Just moments after the fries went in, it is already done. It's ready to eat?
Yeah.
All right,
Good now.
let's eat. All right, folks, this is our first meal of the day, our first meat on this meat tour. Meat 1 out of 5. Chicken. Chicken is a food that does not offend. Chicken can be eaten by everybody around the globe, even vegetarians, if they're hypocrites. Uh-oh. It is not a good sign if your chef cooks you food and then immediately flees the scene. What did he do to this chicken? They call it chicken and chips. And honestly, the most disconcerting part of this meal is the fact that they call it chips. Ugh. British influence. So you are supposed to eat this with your hands. Let's start with the fries. I wouldn't call that a French fry. I would call that a boiled potato. It's starchy, it's soft, it's soggy. It's not bad. Texture-wise, not my favorite for a French fry, but the flavor, a lot of chicken flavoring. But we are not here for potatoes, we are here for the meat. That's a breast. The breast is always the true test. It is looking a little bit dry though. A little dry, a little chewy. Chicken breast is okay. In the USA, we're very clear about our chicken animal parts. Breast, wing, thigh, drumstick. No heads allowed. Here, they have a lot more parts. This thing has been cut down into 12 different pieces. Oh, the drumstick literally been dyed red from that tomato sauce. And then you've got some vegetation on there. Even though it's generally made the same at each of these places, everyone does it a little bit differently. Some people really stack on the cabbage. Some people just douse it in onion. Here, they don't go overboard with the vegetables, which I appreciate. Of course, they have the chicken seasoning and the curry and everything else they put in there. But what really makes this dish come together is the sugar from the tomato sauce. It is very sweet. In between chicken, cleanse the palate with a little bit of potato. Oh, right here we have a neck. You won't find that at KFC. Oh, that's legitimate. Crispy, fatty neck skin. I love it. It's a very interesting recipe because when he was making it, everything felt like it was happening at random. Like somebody desperately making drunk food at 3 a.m. with a half-empty pantry. But in the end, it tastes pretty dang good. Oh yeah, this is probably gonna be our best bite right here. Thigh, we got dark meat, we got some vegetation on there. That's perfect. Juicy, tender, succulent, sweet, salty. It's got everything going for it. In the end, do I like it? Absolutely.
Ugandan fried chicken. It's just number 5 on our epic Ugandan meat list. Now we're moving on to number 4, oluwombo, a dish once reserved only for royalty.
And we have come to our second location. Right behind me, a hole-in-the-wall restaurant known as Mama Winnie's Restaurant. Now, if you look above, you might think that this restaurant can cure your headache, fever, and acute aches and pains, but I think that's just a billboard for paracetamol tablets. But one thing this restaurant can cure is your hunger. We have come here for something oluwombo. It is a meat dish, and right now it's being prepared in the smallest kitchen I've ever seen. We are walking through the dining room, and now we're through the dining room. That was it. Now we're walking to the kitchen. Let's go take a look. Hello, ladies. Hello there. I'm trying to interact with her. Hi, how you doing? Okay. So this is not Winnie, but this is Mama Winnie because her daughter's name is Winnie. Mama Winnie. How you doing?
Yes, Mama Winnie.
Okay. She said yes. Luwombo.
Luwombo.
Can you show me?
Meaty.
Meat. So right here you can see the luwombo. All these full of beef. The luwombo, it can be a leaf full of any type of meat. It could be fish, it could be chicken. Today we've got beef. And that is gonna be our next meal. Boom! Our second meat of the day, uolombo. But first, I'm gonna need a little bit of help. Mama Winnie, could you please join me? I don't actually need help. I just want some company. Hi. Can you help me open this? See, I skipped that badge in Boy Scouts. She's unknotting it for me. And then, oh, Mama. Okay, not just Winnie or not just Mama. Together, both. This looks incredible. This is a very simple preparation. There's beef, there's onion, there's tomato, there's salt, and there's a little bit of water. Beyond that, there is thyme. I think this gets a lot of time in the steamer, and that's what makes it turn nice, soft, and tender. It's like a beef broth that's developed in here. Oh, I was not expecting that. It's incredibly smoky. This meat is smoked before being put in the leaf to steam, so it's cooked in 2 different ways. This bite, it looks bone-free. That's amazing. This would be great with a beer. I was hoping somebody would hear me and run a beer over here, but they all just laughed instead. Ooh. We have the best part of this whole thing, what looks to be a beef rib. It is dark, it is oily. I mean, it's not gonna be like an American Texan rib. Some bits are a little bit more firm, some bits are a little bit more soft, but overall, the texture is amazing. Big fan. So this here is a food preparation that goes back generations to the time of kings here in Uganda. A food that was so revered by the kings that they didn't let anybody else eat it. That sounds so mean. First of all, somebody invented it, gave it to the king. The king ate it and said, oh my God, this is so good. Don't ever make it again for anyone else. Nice guy.
Moving on to number 3 on our mega meat countdown. One of the most bizarrely made sausages you'll find in all of Africa. But is it tasty? And do I dare to even try it? You'll have to wait and see.
All right, folks, we have come to our 3rd meat location out of 5. Any guesses what they're serving here? That's right, goat meat hanging out beautifully in the open for everybody to see. What do you do when you come here? Well, you come up here, you point to the goat meat that you want, and then they hack it into little bitty pieces for you and they throw it on the grill. It's awesome. Right here we have a whole leg plus a bonus tail. This is great for dusting off the dinner table once you're finished eating. In Uganda, wherever there's smoke, that's where you should go. And right here, there's a lot of great stuff being grilled up, starting with the green bananas. Beyond that, we have all the big goat parts. This has already been grilled. It's just waiting for a happy customer. Then this stuff is being actively grilled, including big chunks of organs. But we came here for one very unique food. It's a type of Ugandan sausage. Only this sausage, it's one of the most bizarre sausages you will find not only in Africa, but potentially the world. It's right there. So this is a sausage known as zingalo. It's made from 100% organic goat parts. But how do they go from all these goat organs to a sausage in that shape? I'm gonna show you now. This dish requires, well, all of these exotic ingredients. Now, moments ago, all of these ingredients were inside this. Should I touch it? Yes. That is the goat's stomach. But we have so many more goat products here. This is goat fat. Right here we have goat intestine, and then goat, don't even ask. It's just more goat stuff. So right now he's cutting a layer that comes from just underneath the skin. He's cutting it into very thin pieces. These thin pieces of flesh are gonna be used to wrap around the sausage to keep everything in place. So right now he's removing the inner stomach lining. That's the same thing that'll happen to you if you drink an entire bottle of Malibu rum. From here he slices the stomach open, making it like a giant blanket. Right now he's laying out the flesh ties for this sausage. This is kind of the rebar for the outside of this rolled piece of meat. Oof, these flies are so aggressive. Right here we have a load of fat. The caul fat is a layer of fat that wraps up all the organs. Now the stomach layer goes on top of the caul fat. From here it's time to put in even more of these innards. Pieces of stomach, pieces of intestine.
The intestines are laid out and ready for some flavor. Minced garlic, shredded carrots, diced onions, and green peppers, all finished with a sprinkle of salt.
This is what it looks like when it's all splayed out and open. It is time to roll it up so we can put it on the grill. He takes the stomach layer, and just like rolling sushi, he gets all of the contents inside of the stomach. Try not to get any of those flies trapped in there. Flies absolutely love this dish. So next he takes the caul fat layer. Having that fat on the outside, it's just gonna make this sausage even more juicy. So all that's left are these little flesh strips. They're gonna be used like some Nike shoelaces to tie this sausage up. Oh, look at that. This thing, it is a 1 meter long sausage. It is a wild experiment in the culinary arts, and I am fascinated. From here, we're gonna grill it up, and finally, I'm gonna see how it tastes. With our meat ready, it is time to head to the grill. Ooh, this thing is so massive, it won't fit. So this is the raw zingalo. But right here we have the final cooked version. Oh yeah. On the outside where that flesh was wrapped around, the darkness from the stomach, it is also one of the most bizarre sausages I've ever seen in my life. Is it making eye contact with you guys? I'm so sorry. Let's try it out. Zingalo, a food I was more excited to see being made than to actually eat. It is still very hot. This is the inside of the stomach. Absolutely gnarly. Then on the outside, this is like that flesh that was used to tie it shut. It's become crispy. Another fun fact is they said, hey, the thicker ones maybe aren't cooked all the way through, so eat the smaller ones. Nice. Luckily, I'm not just eating this. I have some support tomatoes and onions. So I am going to start with a small one. Put this over here. And it is time to cut it open. Oh, look how succulent it is. It's dripping with juicy goodness. Smells like a... Ooh. If goats had a communal bathroom, that's what their bathroom would smell like. Nicholas, give that a smell. I'm not gonna take a bite out of this. I'm gonna make a little medallion. And then there you have it, folks. All right, cheers. Tastes better than it smells. The smell is very off-putting. Once you chew it, it's a little bit better. Oh, it's almost like eating A5 Wagyu, but without any of the good flavors. It's just so oily and so heavy. To quench my palate, I'm gonna have a little bit of onion, a little bit of tomato, and a little bit of cyanide. I wish. This is a place where dudes come to get wasted and eat some bold flavors. So I would say about 50% of the time when guys are eating that, they're absolutely wasted out of their minds on local beer. Like, the more I eat it, the more I can tolerate it. Here we have the flesh ties that are holding everything together. Best part so far, it tastes like fried meat. It's crunchy, still rich, but a completely different experience and not gamey at all. So I'm gonna get this in a takeout container. I'm definitely gonna eat all of it though.
If number 3 on our list made you feel skeptical, then number 2 will remove any doubt. Now we're headed to a restaurant that serves whole roasted goats, and the end product is a thing of beauty.
That grilled meat is nice, but if you want the really fresh stuff, you gotta track it down. There he is. That is super fresh. We have made it to our 4th meat location, a little restaurant known as Rahim Foods. This place is 4 floors of deliciousness. Ugandan food taken to the next level. In fact, this is gonna be the most high-end restaurant we've been to today, and we are getting one of the most expensive things on the menu, an entire roasted goat that cost $151. This is one of the most expensive meats that you will find in this city, but there is a catch. They told us that they will not reveal their secret cooking method. Right now we're gonna head inside the restaurant to see the final product. Right now we're heading into the restaurant. I'm meeting this man for the very first time. My instincts tell me he knows what's going on. You ready? Big reveal? Let's see it, baby. Where's the goat?
2,000 years later.
take a look at this. This thing is a monster. Is it heavy?
Very heavy.
How confident are you about taking this up to the top floor?
I'm not very confident enough, but I will try.
I like the honesty. Guys, you take the lead. There are a lot of stairs along the way. Spin move. We're doing good so far, but this has to get up to there. And the stairs just got a lot narrower. Keep pushing, guys. Believe in yourself. It's hard for me too. Boom, well done.
Thank you.
Boom, boom. All right, folks, I feel like we're peaking early with our fourth meat experience here. This one is a big boy. In a moment, I'm gonna give you a tour of the platter, but first, this is the menu. Now, the menu is full of different giant platter options, and the most expensive one is the one that you see right here. I love the name, Goat of Memories, because how could you order this goat and ever forget it? I still hear it's bleeding in my dreams. It says here it's served with chips or french fries. There is pilau, that is inside. There is gonja. Sorry, it's not what you think. The gonja right here. Plantains, that's not getting you high. There is chapatis fried up. This is some goat soup. So let's do a little bit of a tour. That's the bump, that's the tail, and that in there, I don't want to tell you what that is. Then would be the back, the spine, and then we're getting towards the neck, the shoulder, and the ribs. This whole thing, it's beautiful. It's too much food for one person. This is probably enough for 15 people. Why don't we start with this? What's not wrong with that? Look at this thing stretch open like it's doing aerobics. Oh yeah, that's a good stretch. Can that come off? Like Nate Diaz doing an arm bar. Give it a bit of a spin. This is what I want to get to right here. Some hamstring. Wow. No wonder they want to keep the recipe a secret. That's delicious. It's soft, it's tender, it's juicy, but it's not that gamey. From here, let's head to the chest cavity. Oh, yeah. We have some of that protein from just outside of the ribs. A different texture, similar flavor. It's so interesting how much this is reminding me of our first dish from the day. Everything here is absolutely slathered in that tomato sauce. All the meat has been turned kind of a reddish orange, and it's so sweet. Just doused in ketchup, basically. So if you need a little bit of a break from the meat, you can get a fried plantain. Slightly sweet, I like it. Moving back to the front of the animal. Oh no! If you do a bodybuilding show, this is the goal. This is C-Bum in his prime right here. Oh, it's so satisfying and easy to break apart. And each muscle group has just rendered down. I like it. The muscle behind the shoulders is really a prized part of the goat. If this was a stressed out goat, this will not be good. Oh, right along the spine, that is the loin. This one I want to really slather it up. It's not even a soup, it's like a goat gravy. Rich, savory, delightful, and it really brings some life back to that meat. Absolutely stunning. For my final move, I just want to take a little bit of meat, a little bit of pilau. Oh man, why did I eat that whole meter of sausage? I don't like to compare, but clearly this is much better.
This goat feels like it could be a grand finale, but we have one mega meat marvel remaining. Number 1 on our list, the cow head, ready on a rooftop to meet me face to face.
What they've done so far is they've taken the head, they've torched it, they've scraped it, and that's it. The whole inside, the brains and all the meat, it's completely raw. So before we actually cook this thing, we have to break it down. And that's where this guy comes in. Hello.
Hi.
What tool are you gonna use today to take apart this cow head?
An axe.
Okay, I think that'll do the job. Adams, take it away. All this is being done for a very important reason, because if we don't cut it, it's not gonna cook all the way through. Now he completely just rips off the bottom part of the jaw. Oh, it looks like it's yawning. Never mind, doesn't anymore. From here, we're gonna finish breaking down the cow head, and then we'll be able to move on to the next step of this recipe. Right now, I am in the kitchen with Chef Edward.
Yep.
He is preparing this cow head recipe.
Yes.
What is the first step?
The first step was cutting the head. It is being cleaned so well, and now smoking it to enhance the flavors. This is a traditional way of doing this thing. Right now, we've lit the charcoal stove. We want to moderate the heat because it's on a high heat. You can regulate by putting a little bit of the hash. Then after, you add the banana peelings. They actually add another flavor to the original flavor. And then we get to putting our head chops.
What is it that people like about eating the cow head here in Uganda?
In our culture, they don't want to waste food. Each part of the cow has different flavor. When you go to the hoofs, they have a different flavor. When you go to the ribs, they will give you a different flavor. So the cow head also has a special kind of flavor that you need to enjoy.
After being smoked, the cow head bits head to the kitchen.
The meat, now that's ready to go in the water.
This is a tongue. It has a lining which is hard to chew. So we remove it.
The cow's tongue meat dives in and the fire handles the rest. Time to chop in some fresh flavors. Garlic, onions, carrots, tomatoes, bell peppers, spring onions, and cilantro, plus a hit of grated ginger.
So after chopping the vegetables, it is time to add in our spices.
We are putting in Simba, which is curry powder.
We have beef flavoring, in case an entire cow head wasn't enough beef. Then we put in some salt, sugar, then soy sauce. That is a flavor grenade. Then all of our vegetables and spices join the cow head. From here, he squeezes 1 lemon to help tenderize the meat.
After hours of slow braising, the cow head has reached its final form, ready to land in my bowl.
Never have I seen such a brutal looking ingredient become something so beautiful that smells so amazing. Take a look at this. This is the final product. Ooh, this is our first glimpse of that cow head meat. I'm about to come face to face with this face right here. All right, folks, we have our final meaty meal right here. No more talking, let's get into it. This is that beautiful face broth. This thing is so full of fat and collagen. You can see a thick layer of fat floating on top. This is gonna act as a bit of a meat gravy. Before we get to the meat, let's just have a taste of face meat juice. Heartwarming, savory, rich. That film of fat on the top moistens up your lips like a tube of chapstick. That's unbelievable. But then there's this. This is the meat. Well, not just meat. There's also bone. So you need to be careful. There's landmines inside, but there are many different crevices in here. Some soft cheek meat. This right here is definitely a piece of tongue. Just big gelatinous pieces of skin. That is why that broth is so thick and so heavy, because this skin has been boiling or braising for hours. I want to start with this. This is just a big old piece of pork skin. You can always rehydrate it in some of that broth. So tender, so soft, so succulent. That is not for everybody. That skin is anything but leathery. As you know, cow skin can be military boots, or it can be this. From there, anytime you see this texture right here, that is the inside of the cow cheek. This is a very unique cut. It's the most tender thing we've had all day by far. And it's also a weird feeling because all those weird rough ridges inside the cheek of the cow, you just feel that as you're eating it. I like it. And then there's this. This is the most prized part of the cow head, the cow's tongue. All right, guys, let's give it a shot. Wait. Before we do that, I want to say a huge thank you to this guy. This is Nicholas. He also has a YouTube channel called Eating the African Way. Nicholas has been the one introducing me to all the foods that we've eaten so far today. Please go check out his YouTube channel and follow his fun food videos here in Africa and beyond. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you too. Are you enjoying the dish?
I am.
Please finish it.
Now it's just me and you, Tongue. Wow, that is a wild texture and flavor. It's packed with flavor. It is so beefy. You would think it would be beefy because it's a cow. No, it's cow plus beef flavoring. It's like beef on steroids. So good. Chase it with some cassava. More. So when it comes to cow head here in Uganda, what is my final verdict? Honestly, this is absolutely delicious. I am pretty blown away. Talk about a transformation. When I first saw this cow head, I thought, oh my God. It was the type of visual that gets a channel demonetized or maybe banned altogether. But in the end, the chef has transformed that gnarly looking head into something amazing. But that is just one meat out of the 5 that we tried today. If I had to choose one that was my absolute favorite, can you guess? It was actually the whole goat. Not just the goat, but memories of goat. That was the greatest goat of all time.